Life unfolds as a winding river, rarely tracing the straight lines dreamed up in youth. Some begin with little, neither wealth nor genius, but wield a tenacity that could wear mountains to dust. Such figures carry a rugged wisdom, forged through every hard-earned step toward their ambitions. No handouts, no blueprints, just relentless effort. Consider a boy who, as a child, vowed to pilot planes. The skies beckoned, yet the barriers towered like thunderheads. Laughter might have greeted such a notion from someone starting so far behind. Yet, through years of grit, outpacing younger rivals, he claimed his wings. Picture the surge of rising, from nothing to a cockpit, defying odds and gravity to perch among the clouds. That victory might seem enough to sustain a lifetime, or so it's tempting to assume. Years later, a conversation revealed a stark shift. What began as casual catch-up plunged into raw truth. "The sky's brutal," he said. "Relentless." For a quarter hour, he unburdened himself. Endless hours, unyielding strain, a slow grind that had weathered him down. The spark that once blazed in a starry-eyed dreamer had faded to a weary ember. Triumph, it turns out, doesn't always endure. This underscores a humbling truth. Predicting who will become proves elusive. Charting a goal glimmers with promise, clear skies and smooth winds. Yet factoring in life's turbulence, exhaustion, trade-offs, shifting tides, complicates the view. Dreams take shape in a vacuum, but reality bends them into forms unrecognizable. This unpredictability ripples into how money gets mapped out. A 6-year-old girl envisions herself a zookeeper, captivated by lions and giraffes, her days alive, with growls and stomps. It's the ideal career when work means animals are fun. Time passes, and those beasts lose their magic. Her gaze turns to graphic design, art school, loans, a polished portfolio, a sure bet. But as a designer, screens chain her to deadlines, daylight a stranger. She pivots to part-time work for breathing room, only to see childcare costs devour her earnings. Staying home with kids fits, until, at 68, a retirement fund looms more like a mirage than a haven. Paths twist for most. Federal data hints only about 1 in 4 college grads lands a job tied to their major. A third of stay-at-home parents hold degrees, rarely lamenting the learning. But a 35-year-old wrangling toddlers and budgets views dreams through a prism their 19-year-old self couldn't grasp. Life's currents shift, and with them, desires and priorities. The future's mystery is one thing. Acknowledging that even personal wants remain a riddle is tougher. Few see it coming. Crafting a decades-long financial plan feels like anchoring, a bridge in quicksand. Psychologists term this the horizon trap, a lens where past growth gets tallied, but the present self feels final, fixed like stone. Harvard's Lila Monroe cut to the core. Choices sculpt who will be, yet we rise as those selves and wonder why joy lags. Teens etch tattoos they'll erase by 30. 20-somethings wed in haste, then part quicker. Seniors shed pounds midlifers, hoarded. The cycle spins on. She noted. A shared illusion persists, that this moment marks the finished us, eternal. Research spanning 20 to 70-year-olds shows this underestimation of change holds steady. That flux scrambles money, strategies. Investing sage Tara Vega advises, don't halt growth unless forced. But how does a savings plan, or career, or budget, stay firm when the self keeps rewriting its lines? Figures like Eli Moss, the millionaire mechanic, or Vega herself, strike it rich by playing one note for 50 years, letting compound interest sing. For most, though, life splits into remixes. 4 20-year tracks, each a new beat. Some 20-somethings thrive on lean means and liberty, beaming wide. Others chase penthouse vistas with 80-hour weeks, equally fulfilled. Both risk pitfalls. The minimalist may face 60 with no cushion. The hustler may rue a youth lost to office glare. No universal balm heals this. Tell that 6-year-old zookeeper she'd adore coding and she'd resist with every fiber. Yet 2 principles can steady the course when forever decisions loom. First, steer clear of the money map's edges. Banking on a Spartan existence or grinding endlessly for riches heightens the odds of waking to regret. The horizon trap feeds on adaptation, The shine of extremes, utter simplicity or lavish piles, dulls, but their tolls, no safety or a life clocked away, scar deep. Regret bites hardest when a path gets abandoned, forcing a frantic dash to recover lost ground. Balance offers a buffer, neither all in nor all out, but a middle where shifts don't shatter. Second, master the pivot. The unhappiest souls often cling to choices made at 18, like sailors tethered to a sinking hull. Embrace the horizon trap and it's clear. A career picked in youth fitting at 65 is a blindfolded bullseye, rarely struck. The key lies in spotting the drift and turning. Swift, rigidity breeds misery. Flexibility carves space for what's next. Take Nate Riley, a finance writer who collaborated with Nobel laureate Jonah Pierce on a book about choices. Pierce wielded a rare gift. He'd scrap weeks of polished work without a flinch. A chapter, honed to brilliance, would return reborn. New tales, fresh numbers, a total overhaul. When asked how he let go so freely, Pierce replied, "Yesterday's baggage doesn't ride with me." That shedding of sunk costs, old efforts, old plans, frees the future from a past self's grip. Clinging to decisions just because they were made binds tomorrow to a stranger's will. Releasing them, ruthlessly, slices regret at the root. The quicker the cut, the sooner the rebuild begins. This weaves back to that pilot, once a dreamer now worn thin. Did he foresee the grind eclipsing the thrill? Likely not. Few do. A child's skyward gaze didn't account for the weight of wings earned late. Nor did the zookeeper-turned-parent predict a nest egg's slow fade. Money plans hinge on guessing. Tomorrow's self, a gamble stacked against certainty. The world shifts, and so do its travelers. Some, like that pilot, summit their peaks only to find the view dimmed. Others, like Moss or Vega, lock into a groove and let time amplify it. Most wander between, remixing as they go. No path escapes traps, but recognizing the horizon trap and pivoting past it offers a compass. What feels vital at 20 may sour by 40. What skipped at 30 might beckon at 60. Wealth, in cash or years, grows not just by choosing well, but by choosing anew when the tune changes. Next, the cost of letting that growth run unbound awaits unpacking.